So I'm going to go through some of my toned wheat cents. I feel like it's common for people to be tricked on eBay for what's real and what isn't. All of these were approved by PCGS and NGC, and I've cracked them out because I love collecting coins raw. But I nowadays only buy graded coins simply because all the good coins have been graded, and you have to be skeptical of raw coins. But I have a lot of interest in a lot of different series, and it would be an absurd amount of slabs to keep. So I thought it's maybe a good education to go through and show you all the various forms of toning on wheat cents. This one's a really cool, it technically was red. This was a 66 red, pretty common year, but somewhat uncommon toning. It almost has kind of a yellowy orange look, very interesting. When you compare, let me see if I have handy. There's a standard, kind of your standard red copper look. And compared side by side, you can see it, almost a yellowy green toning. Really stood out in the photos. That's what grabbed me. The next common one that you will see is this kind of purple in the fields. This would qualify as a brown coin according to PCGS and NGC. I think this was a 65 brown. The grade itself's not that useful when it comes to toners. It's the quality of the toning. When it comes to market value is just so all over the place. I'll be honest, I don't remember what I paid for this one. Bought it quite a while ago. But I thought it was a really cool kind of, looks brown until you turn it in the light and you can see those hints of purple. Here's maybe a slightly different version of that. Again, you see some brown, get a little hint of purple and blue in the back on the reverse there. Very cool. And then you start stepping it up a little bit. This is one of my favorites because depending on the angle you turn it, you see different colors popping out. This is when you start to get more impressive kind of toning. And the reverse of this coin is really a true red, which again is really quite interesting. You could see subtle hints of color on the outside of the coin there. But overall, this probably would qualify as the term rainbow, but very cool. And then almost a reddish look. This came out of, I think, a 65 or 66 red-brown. Extremely common year. No value in this coin at all other than the color. But the color was really cool. Just love that kind of orangey red kind of look. But very nice. And then you get to another common, somewhat common color is green. Don't ask me how these colors form. I do not know. But again, a very common year. I'm sure many people will claim that these coins have been messed with. The reverse of this coin is certainly the most questionable of all the ones that I have and the least appealing. But the green has a following, and you can see subtle hints of blue in the kind of 9 o'clock range. Interesting one. And then we get to this coin. This was a 65 red-brown. Again, very nice kind of purpley toning with golden outsides. The reverse has a nice array of colors as well. I've seen these coins in these common years trade anywhere. I think I got this for 25 or 30 bucks. And some people on eBay will try and list them for like 200 or 300. You just never know. I like buying my great collections because you tend to get them for decent deals. And I don't know if this really qualifies as toned, but I just thought this was a cool red copper look. Reverse has that kind of bright reddish orange. So, very interesting. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.